Hello, my lovelies. I'm Ray, and welcome back to Grand Old Academy. Alright, so we just finished with chemistry with Marco, and we had some great chemistry. I had nothing else to go with that. That was all I had. Oh, back to the cute music. Mr. Reagan read a few more announcements and reminded us again that the next school cultural festival would be held on April 30th. My curiosity was piqued, but unfortunately, Mr. Reagan didn't specify what festival theme was. It seemed like they was taking for granted that all the students in the class already knew, and by judging by the excited whispers that filled the room when he mentioned the festival, he was right. At last, Mr. Reagan dismissed us. We stood and bowed as he left the room. Once he left, all of us began cleaning the classroom. Once again, I felt comfortable knowing that asoji was a cultural consent. What the fuck is asoji? Also, that's not something that happens normally in American classrooms. Again, this might be because it's a private school and shit, but this does not seem normal whatsoever. My chore for this week was assigned by Newt during his announcements this morning, was clean the chalkboard. Not particularly hard, but fairly time-consuming. As other students finished up their chores, they left the room in pairs and trios, chatting about the after-school clubs they were on their way to. I wonder what club I might end up joining. Fox and Friends did sound interesting, but I wasn't sure if it was the right fit for me. Maybe there was a light novel club here, like the one I belonged to at my old school. I said I'd ask around about that later. Ah shit, what was his voice? Excellent job, America. I don't think I've ever seen the chalkboard that clean.
Oh, thank you, Newt.
I'm heading off to my after-school club, the RNC.
RNC?
That's what I'm wondering, too. You can't just go up to someone and say, I'm gonna go to this club. It's just say, like something like the RNC and expect people to fucking know. God damn. It stands for Really Neat Club. Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? Are you actually... would you like to come along? It's really neat. No fucking shit, man. I swear to God. This is like just... If this is even a club, I don't even know what to expect from this. Let's go.
No, I don't think so. I don't want to intrude. But thank you for the invitation.
Of course. What is the... I want to know what that was. Fuck you, game. Oh, wait. Is Newt even an option for... That might be why. I don't know. Fuck. Whatever.
Newt smiled at me and then left the classroom. I grabbed my backpack and left as well, heading back to Sunshine Dorm. I returned to an empty room. Presumably Megan was at the Fox and Friends meeting. I unpacked my backpack and flopped onto my bed. I started working on my homework from Mr. Eisenhower's military history class. Mr. Eisenhower didn't have the same warmth and approachability that Mr. Reagan did, but he was still a good teacher. I liked Ike. What the fuck is Ike? A few hours later, I heard the sound of a key in the door and Megan entering.
America, you did it! Your first day at the academy.
Yeah, I did it.
Megan's enthusiasm was infectious. I felt myself swelling with pride. I've been spending all day trying to calm my nerves by telling myself that my first day of classes here wasn't a big deal. But no, it was a big deal, and I had conquered it. Megan and I spent the next few minutes dissecting the classes I had gone to since I saw her at lunch. Eventually I returned to my homework, and Megan started on hers. When dinner time rolled around, Megan invited me to eat with her again. I happily accepted her offer. Aw, such a great roommate. That's definitely not like my first roommate. My freshman year roommate, we got along. Okay, we lived together. That was it. We like coincided with each other. Like we were fine. Like we had small talk every once in a while, but for the most part, we just kind of lived separately, which I was perfectly fine with. I was perfectly fine with just having someone that just happened to be in the same room as me.
We chatted about this and that for a while, but eventually the conversation turned to ourselves. So, America means delicate flower in Japanese. Well, what about the other half of your name? What does Mori mean? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't...
Trying to get my voices correct.
It doesn't mean anything in particular, not literally at least, but it does have a lot of history to it. It goes back to the 12th century.
I'm gonna start saying that. Century. I'm a fucking idiot, I swear to God.
Wow! It's not like I can trace my personal lineage back all the way to the founders of the Mori clan or anything like that, but yeah, I guess it is neat. I mean, I'm still a continent away from her. She's on the East Coast, and with the Academy obviously near the center of the country, but it's still better than being on the other side of the globe. What?
Wait, what are we talking about?
What?
I feel like there was some dialogue that got fucked up during this, because this does not go together. You should already know that you're... Fuck. Whatever, I'm just gonna keep reading it. Stop asking questions then.
Wow! I'm roommates with the ambassador's daughter. I'm so lucky. I blushed and shrugged. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like I'm anything special just because she is. Are you kidding, America? You were accepted to Grand Old Academy. That means you absolutely are special. I guess.
I'm seriously has this person played Danganronpa? Does this guy know of Danganronpa? Did the creator know about Danganronpa? Because, like, I swear to God, it's starting to seem like, I'm seeing, like, similarities. Not just with this Cap 2. This Cap 2 is really giving, like, some Danganronpa vibes. Like, I swear to God.
I'm serious. You're going to make your mark on the Academy. I can feel it. I couldn't help but smile a bit. It felt good knowing that Megan has such confidence in me, even if I didn't have that much of myself.
Aw, thanks, America. No, Megan. Fuck. I'm America. America! Fuck yeah!
God, this is like the episode of just fucking bullshit. After dinner, we returned to our room and worked on the rest of the night until bed. Right, fuck it. The rest of the week passed fairly uneventfully. I started to develop a regular schedule and daily routine, which I found comforting. I would head to class first thing in the morning, then eat lunch either with Megan or by myself with a book, finish the rest of the day with classes, and then head back to my room or to the library to do my homework. Megan spent several hours every night preparing for the next debate. This would be the first one she'd be moderating, and even though it was more than 3 weeks away, Megan was already throwing herself into it at full force. On Thursday night, I got an email from my mother. Hearing from her was a bit of a rare treat. Her job as an ambassador kept her so busy that she seldom had time to write to me. She wasn't the type to send a 1 or 2 sentences email. Her emails were practically novel length, detailing her life and asking me questions about mine. So writing them took her several hours. Writing my response took equally long. I feel like I'm slurring like all my words right now. Holy shit! I swear I'm trying not to. I cannot read tonight. Once I finished reading her message, I began writing my reply. But after a few paragraphs, I paused. That big chemistry test is tomorrow, isn't it? I've been planning on studying for it tonight. I glanced at my clock. It was already 8. If I wanted to be in bed by 10 and get a full night's sleep, I would have to choose between studying and finishing the email.
Study. I'm gonna be a good student and not how I am in real life, which I would procrastinate on that shit and then not get full night's sleep and then fucking hate myself the next day. That's what I do with my life.
I saved what I had already written of the email as a draft and closed my laptop. I'm sure my mother would understand if it took me a few days to reply to her. Besides, it would be nice if I could tell her how I aced my chemistry test instead of being forced to admit that I had failed because I hadn't studied. I grabbed my textbook and my notes and set to work. Eventually, I heard a huge bell in the clock tower of Independence Hall chime 10. As always, the tone of the bell sounded strangely muted and fuzzy. I wondered when they were going to fix that big crack in it.
Oh, it's supposed to be the Liberty Bell. I get it. Fuck that. Everything about this game, just like, when I think that, I'm like, it can't, like, surprise me, or it can't, like, throw anything else at me. It just does, and I'm like, god damn. This isn't even the full version. This is the demo.
Oh my god, can we appreciate that? This is the demo. I got ready for bed, confident that I was prepared for tomorrow's test.
You're not.
Friday was just as uneventful as the rest of the week had been. The chemistry test that I had been so worried about was actually pretty hard, but thanks to all of my studying, I have a feeling that I did all right on it.
Yay! Good student, unlike me IRL.
By now, I had already become more confident in my classes, occasionally being bold enough to raise my hand and answer questions. And with the catch-up studying that I had been doing throughout the week, I finally felt like I was understanding the material. At the end of the day, Mr. Reagan wished us a good weekend, and we all rushed to finish our cleaning chores as quickly as possible. Once I was done cleaning, I packed up and began to head back to my room, prepared for another night of studying.
Are you sure? Are you sure this is going to be just another night of studying? The fact that I'm reading this means that it's not going to be just another night of studying. I swear on it. Also, bro, that sounds so boring. Just get up, go to school, eat, go back to school, fucking study, go to sleep. That sounds like hell. That also sounds like my life. Well, not as going to school. I was like, wake up, go to work, eat, go back to work with this shit, and then sleep. Wow. Not to reevaluate my entire life. Shit.
But once I left Beltway Hall and felt the bright sun on my face and breathed in the cool, bracing air and felt the cheerful chatter of the other students around me and saw the beautiful, unfamiliar North American trees and flowers and shrub and lawn around me, you know what? I'm going to treat myself today. I'd successfully finished my first week of classes at this new school, and I'd even made some friends. Things were going better for me than I dared to imagine a few months ago, and that was worth celebrating. I turned around and started heading north. I was going to stop by the school store and buy myself something nice. I normally don't spend money frivolously, but one of the many tributes of advice that my mother gave me before seeing me off at the airport in Kagoshima was that I should try to be generous to myself.
Same. That's why I spent $27 on games today. But of course, on Cyber Monday. So that was like 3 games. One, oh my god, you're gonna love it when you see it. You'll love what I have in store for y'all. I promise. Anyways, back to the story.
After a leisurely stroll of a few minutes, I reached Big Apple Plaza. The square had the major shopping destination on campus. There was a drugstore, a bank, a salon, a small single-screen movie theater, all kinds of stores that a student at a boarding school would normally travel to the nearest town to visit. But since the academy was a good distance away from a major town, we had these stores on campus. It was extremely convenient. Although from what I gathered from the occasional grumbles of the students wandering through the plaza, the goods were quite overpriced. Supply and demand, I suppose. The free market. Invisible hand, or whatever. The destination today, though, was the store that was owned and run by the academy itself. It sold textbooks, school supplies, and various academy-themed school spirit items. What are you getting from here? I'm worried now. What could you possibly want from the school store? I entered the store and was immediately greeted by the sight of the school mascot, an elephant plastered on t-shirts, notebooks, scarves, hats, pennants, coasters, and a dozen other items. I browsed around for a while, waiting for something to stand out to me, and suddenly, ooh, keychains! A display stand right in front of me hung an array of plastic and metal keychains. Now I could finally get one and stop worrying about losing my room key. All that was left was pick out a design. About half of the stand was devoted to different styles of Grand Old Academy branded elephants, but below the herd was pachyderms. Of pachyderms was an assortment of other cute cartoony animals. Ooh! Ooh! Which one do I want? I can get an elephant, an eagle, a lion, a turtle. Ooh! On one hand, school mascot's an elephant. On the other hand, pocket turtle. But consider this. Freedom, motherfuckers! Let's do this! Let's take a fucking eagle! I selected a keychain that bore the likeliness of a solemn bald eagle perched on a branch. Its design struck me as noble. America, is that you? What the fuck was Jeb's voice? Is that you? Fucking... America, is that you? I jumped slightly as I heard Jeb's voice behind me. I composed myself, turned around, and smiled at him. Hello, Jeb. I was just picking out a keychain to celebrate finishing my first week of class at the academy.
I see. Well, you've certainly earned it.
So what are you doing here, Jeb?
Oh, I'm just getting some things to send home to my family. My brother and father are both alums of Grand Old Academy. They love wearing academy gear, so they asked me to send them some t-shirts. Both of them are kind of heroes around here, especially in the debate club.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but Jeb seemed a little uncomfortable talking about this.
Sometimes I wonder if... Never mind, forget it. Do I want to pry? Kind of want to. Let's ask what's wrong.
What is it, Jeb?
No, you're here to celebrate your good week. You don't need me dragging you down.
Jeb, you told me I could come to you with my problems, right? It's only fair that you came to me with yours. Really, what's wrong?
Jeb looked down at his feet and took a long, deep breath. Not the sad music! My heart isn't ready. Well, sometimes I have to wonder, do my friends really like me for me? Or are they just being nice to me because of my last name? Do I even have any real friends at all besides Marco? Maybe the only reason they let me into the debate club was because I'm a bush. My father... I'm sorry. I literally just processed what that was, the sentence, and... I'm sorry, it's such a depressing moment, and I'm laughing because he said, I'm a bush. I'm sorry, I know that's his last name, but just saying, I'm a bush is the stupidest fucking... Okay. Calm. I'm not serious. My father and brother were both debate club champions when they went here. I felt like everyone's expecting me to follow in their footsteps. And it always seems like the obvious thing to do, but I never really stopped to ask myself if that's what I want to do, or just what I think I need to do.
Jeb finally looked up from the ground. When our gazes met, I thought for a moment that I maybe saw tears behind his glasses.
I like being the RA of Sunshine Dorm. I like helping people, but I'm not so sure if I like being in the debate club, especially when it means getting bullied by... Hey! What fucking dumbass voice did I give this son of a bitch? I want to give him a nerdy one. Hello, Jeb. That's his fucking voice now. Fuck you. Donald.
Jeb and I both jumped a bit in surprise. I hadn't even noticed Donald approaching. But now that he was here, it felt like he was filling the room, overpowering it with his commanding aura. Now that I was finally standing next to him, I could see for myself who the man behind the legend was. The first thing I noticed was his size. I estimated that he was only about an inch taller than Jeb, but his ramrod carriage contrasted Jeb's weak posture. The difference seemed greater. Donald was also broad-shouldered and a wide stance, making him seem even bigger, and for some reason my arms were drawn to his hands. Wow, there were no problems there, I could assure you. What?
Are we talking about his baby hands? Because he got some baby hands. I want to tell you, Jeb, about the debate last week. What a debate, am I right? Tremendous crowd, tremendous atmosphere. I love the students here, by the way, so welcoming to me. You've been here, 3 years now, Jeb? I just transferred this year and I'm already getting more votes, putting up such incredible numbers. I just think that, excuse me, I was saying, Jeb, when you look at what's going on in the academy, all over campus, the students, and that's what I care about, the students. They want someone who understands them, who debates for them. I know you got the family, the connection at the academy, which, by the way, not all great. The legacy of your family, not great. And the people know. They know it's not great. They know. Anyway, I think you do better next time, alright? Much better. Because you were having a rough night out there, okay? Can we say that? Can we agree? Come on, man. I'm just trying to help you. Don't be nervous. I know you can do better than what you're doing now. And with what you're saying, what you're talking about, because they're not buying it. They're talking about what you're saying. They're just not. They're not. Look, the talking is about winning you the debate. The talking isn't what, and believe me, I understand the talking. I've done the talking greatly with the talking. I know. Just stick with it is all. You're fun to debate with. We're having fun out there, right? Donald patted Jeb on the back and Jeb flinched. I don't fucking blame him. God damn it. You know, you didn't have enough bullshit in there. Let me just say, you didn't have enough bullshit in there when talking about Donald. He went to a lot of other stuff, being like, the greatest, like, I am the greatest, you know, always the greatest, like, I'm just the greatest, but I don't fucking know anymore, I'm fucking just... And over we got here. Donald turned to me and I froze up. I felt as if his piercing, icy gaze was shooting through me, pinning me against the far wall. Ooh. Leave her alone, Donald. Excuse me, Jeb. He disdainfully spat out the word Jeb as if it felt dirty in his mouth. Let her speak for herself, alright? Fucking says you, bitch.
My name is Moy America. I'm a new transfer student.
I see. America and I were actually just about to leave. Isn't that right?
Jeb looked at me, his eyes plaintive. I could tell by his gaze that he was offering me a lifeline to get out of the potential conversation with Donald. Although maybe it's a little bit presumptuous of him to assume I wouldn't want to spend time with the most popular boy in school just because he had said a few insulting things to Jeb. But I could also read his expression that I desperately wanted an excuse to leave the store and avoid being bullied further.
No, I'm not bothering with Donald whatsoever, so fuck you, Donald.
That's right. We were just on our way out. See you later, Donald. Jeb smiled at me with relief. He put an arm around my shoulder and we both started walking away. Ooh, girl! Get some. That's alright, that's fine. Donald called after us as we walked away, practically shouting. You know what I call that? I'll tell you what, America, I have a name for that, for what Jeb over there has. Low energy. Those two words flew out of Donald's mouth like bullets, and Jeb stopped mid-stride as they hit him in his back. Low energy, that's what he has, America. He comes to these debates, he thinks that he looks very bad. It's very bad, his attitude. This attitude, this low energy, not working. We need someone who can make deals, great deals, big deals, that's what's important. What we've got to do in the school all over the time. Making great deals, vastly great. If we want to compete, stay competitive, the low energy Jeb can't do that. You see that, America? Right. Come on, Jeb. Let's just keep waking. Just come on, Jeb. Just keep waking. Stay woke, man.
That's not the line. Yeah, that's what it reads there, but that's not how it's supposed to be.
Come on, Jeb. Just keep walking. Ignore it. I grabbed Jeb's hand and tugged him forward. He started walking again, following me to the front of the store. I could hear Donald scoffing with disgust as we left.
Yeah, he can go fuck himself. Thanks, America.
You're welcome, Jeb. Is he always this bad?
Lately, yeah. It's been getting worse and worse the more students support him.
Jeb sighed and shook his head.
I'm afraid he might win, America. He might win the debate tournament.
Before I could answer, we reached the register at the front of the store. The clerk ran up my keychain. That'll be $17.76. Jeez, the students weren't kidding when they said those things were overpriced here. I started to pull out my wallet when...
Here you go.
Jeb whipped out a credit card and handed it to the clerk. You didn't have to do that, Jeb.
No, but I wanted to. You're my second best friend, America.
Oh, he'd known me for less than a week and I was already his second best friend? That was kind of sad, honestly. You're my good friend, too.
Jeb patted me on the back as we left the store. I'm heading back to Sunshine Dorm. Are you going that way, too?
Yes, actually. Let's go.
Jeb and I walked back to the dorm together. Now that it was just the two of us, Jeb seemed totally at ease. All the nervousness from the confrontation with Donald melted away. I felt like Jeb might actually end up becoming a close friend. Or maybe more. Ooh, am I gonna go down the Jeb line? I have no idea which line I'm gonna go down, but I'm gonna also end it off here. Like, I love this game, and fuck Donald. I wasn't even gonna touch up the 10-foot pole, so maybe if I do a full playthrough of this game, if it does come out, which we'll find out by the time this video comes out, you know, whatever. I'll go down at least once just to experience it, but until then, fuck no. Fuck no. Maybe I'll go down the Jeb line. I don't know. Jeb's cool. Jeb's cool, and as far as I know, in real life, I haven't heard anything, like, bad about him. Just kind of, he's just this quiet, awkward, like, you know, isn't really a big political man like fucking Donald. But either way, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos, recommend me games. Let me know what you think of this game in the comment section below, because I always like knowing what people think. Also, let me know if you want me to do a full playthrough of this game, because I'm considering it. Otherwise, I'll just do the demo, and then when it comes out, which I'll let you know when it does. Actually, it'll be out by now. Never mind. Don't forget to be bad choice. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye, my lovelies.